everybody, my name is Jesper Anker and I'm joined by Stefan Jansen, and you're currently watching the last 4.5 kilometers of the 5th stage of the Santos Tour Down Under. How are you doing, Stefan?
I'm doing great. You guys may not seen this today, but there was a little breakaway. Cadel Evans and a group went from the peloton away, and they had about 10 seconds. But we came late in, and the are caught again.
They just got caught. Actually joined in, they just got caught. In that group, also the Anker jersey of Rohan Dennis was in there, and it looked to be they were going all out for it, so they were wasting energy just before the Valonga Hill. The Valonga Hill is coming up in 2 kilometers time, so that's valuable energy wasted on nothing because they got caught. All they did was force Sky to use 2 of their domestiques to catch them again. And they got nothing out of it other than wasting some energy, so that could become a critical point later on in the race. Orca Greenish is now going to the front. They're trying to limit losses today because it's not Daryl Impey's day. Daryl Impey does not like Valonga Hill. Last year he did come 6th, I believe, in front of 5th actually, in front of Cadel Evans, but still, 5th is not good enough to get you top 3 or win Santos Tour Down Under in general.
I'm not sure with that because Daryl Impey looks fine. Orca Greenish is pacing with some riders to get their MP to the front, so I'm surprised by that. I think their MP really likes Valonga Hill, but otherwise Orca isn't pacing all out for him.
I guess we'll see in 2 kilometers time when they hit Valonga Hill, because well, only that hill can prove anything of their Olympia. Like, we can talk about it now, or we can wait 2 kilometers and see what he's gonna do, because he's gotta do something. Actually, they hit Valonga Hill right now. It looks like they're taking a left turn, and then Valonga Hill slowly takes off. It's not as steep in the beginning, but then it slowly gets more and more gradient, and it's gonna be a very tough climb. We see Simon Clark, Kevin Meyer, and Luke Durbridge at the front right now. There's also Geraint Thomas sitting in 3rd position. They're getting ready. Also, the Anker jersey of Rohan Dennis sitting in 4th position, just looking out and see what's happening in the peloton.
So do you think that Evans is going to work for Rohan Dennis, or Rohan Dennis just going to work for Evans? I don't know what's going to happen now, because Rohan Dennis has, of course, the first place in the overall classification, but Cadel Evans is probably also wants to win this race, so I don't know what's going to happen now.
I think they're 2 separate units. I don't think they're going to work together, but I don't think they're going to work against each other either. I think they're just going to do what Johnny Mearsman and Mark Winshaw's done so far in the Tour Down Under. They've just done their separate thing and just going for it, because Cadel Evans wants to win this race. It's his final Pro Tour race. He wants to do something. But if he takes it away from his teammate Rohan Dennis and ruins his chances, I don't think he wants to do that either. So it's a bit of like, you can't do this, but you can't do that, but you want to do this, but you can't do that. It's just horrible. But Geraint Thomas at the front right now doing a lot of pacing. Look out for balloons on the road, but I don't...
Did you see Orca Greenish, the riders having like miscommunication with each other? We're all looking at each other like, when are you going to do something? Orca Greenish isn't looking good at all now.
They're not really bringing in a prime team for this stage in particular either. If you have Luke Durbridge pacing at this certain time, it's not going to be that fast, because Luke Durbridge is a big man. There's no secret in that. And being a big man and climbing don't go well together. That's why you see Daryl Impey and it looks to be Cameron Meyer sitting next to each other now, and they're gonna go at it, and they're both relatively small compared to the big time machine in Luke Durbridge. Also, we see Cannondale Garmington in the front right now. They've had a horrible Tour Down Under so far. They've got Ryder Hesjedal, Vilela, and Nathan Haas. They could all do something in today's stage, but I think we're looking at Cadel Evans, Rohan Dennis, and Richie Porte.
Yeah, when we see the peloton back, you see that Rohan Dennis is sitting 4th, and Cadel Evans and Richie Porte are standing really far back into that. So if Rohan Dennis is now going to attack, I think you could get a big gap. Look at Cadel Evans sitting really far back there with Richie Porte, and I'm surprised by that.
Speaking of that, you see him on right here.
This is a really good tactic, and behind that is even Tom Dumoulin. Rohan Dennis have now the best chance ever.
But does he really want to attack though? Because that's... like, Rohan Dennis is not riding to win the race, he's riding to protect his race lead. He's not forced to attack. Riders like Tom Dumoulin, Pozzo Vivo, Richie Porte, and, well, no, technically Cadel Evans, are all forced to attack, because with the gap that Rohan Dennis created on the Pericom stage, they're going to need a very big gap on this stage to win, because there's only a certain amount of bonus seconds on the finish line if you finish first, but you also need to drop Rohan Dennis and try to get away. So we need to see an early attack for some of these riders to drop, because, well, they're running out of time. 2.3 kilometers on Valonga Hill is not a lot.
I'm very surprised he's letting Rohan Dennis having such a big gap. He's still a dangerous rider. Otherwise, he wasn't the first place in this tour. So
look at
I think that Rohan
right
Dennis
now.
should do something. But
Geraint Thomas dropped off.
Wow.
Did you
That's good.
look at Cameron Meyer at the front though? Cameron Meyer is setting such a high speed. Cameron Meyer has won Tour Down Under before, and he's the youngest guy to ever do that, I believe. And look at Cameron Meyer, a previous race winner here, doing a lot of pacing. He's a really good job right now, setting a high pace for Daryl Impey. And you mentioned Daryl Impey before, and we're now on the climb. And Daryl Impey looks just fine. If Cameron Meyer can do the unthinkable and pace for 2 kilometers, and basically pull a
I
Richie
can't
Porte.
believe that. I don't think he can do that.
Yeah, yesterday we were talking about what the crash reminded me of. Well, this reminds me of Richie Porte's effort on Mont Ventoux back in the Tour de France that Froome won. He was pacing so good for Froome, and in the end he just attacked away. If Cam Meyer can pull off an equal effort like Richie Porte did back in that tour, we could see Daryl Impey do very well today, even Cameron Meyer, but I really doubt it. Oh, look at that spectator in the back. I don't know if you saw that, but a spectator actually crashed over his own bike. He fell
You
back
did?
over.
I didn't
Yes.
see that. I wonder how Cadel Evans and Ron Dennis are now feeling, because he attacked already. They have been a long time in the break, and are they tired? Do you think they still can attack? Do you think that they can still follow attacks for other riders? I really want to know what is gonna happen when somebody attacks.
As long as Cam Meyer is pacing, nobody's going to attack though, because this pace is so high. But at some point, he's got to run out of steam. He can't go on forever. I mean, this is just incredible. Cam Meyer is doing such a good job for Daryl Impey. I just hope it's not in vain. But Richie Porte looks strong today. Look at that. He's got a smirk on his face. If you compare Tom Dumoulin and Richie Porte's face, you know what the difference between pain and joy is looking like. Because Richie Porte looks like he's lightened for this. It looks like he's ready for this. While Tom Dumoulin is like, please get this over with. I can't bear it anymore.
Yesterday, Tom Dumoulin had also... Oh no, that's 2 days ago. 2 days ago, Tom Dumoulin had also such a face. And he still added about top 3. So Tom Dumoulin is always having such a face. I can't believe that he's still pacing.
Look at Cam Meyer. Look at the average speed so far of Volonga. It's been 24 kilometers. That is really fast. They're on their way to beat the Volonga Hill record right now, and that is due to Cam Meyer's quick pace. But there's 1.3 kilometers to go, and we've not seen a single attack yet. And Rohan Dennis is leading right now. Like, Rohan Dennis is not losing the Tour Down Under now. I think Rohan Dennis has got such a big gap that's just not losable.
Do you think Laporte even wants to attack? He needs to attack if he wants to win the Santos.
Actually, here it goes. Speaking of Richie Porte, that's great timing. He's going on to the attack, but once again, look at Cadel Evans. He's on his wheel, and Rohan Dennis is also back there following. Cadel Evans looks to be easily following this attack of Richie Porte. I was going to say Rohan Dennis, but it's Richie Porte. The surprise of Rohan Dennis just got my brain messed up.
I really liked that because Richie Porte attacked, and then you see Cameron Meyer pushing Daryl Impey up to follow it, and he couldn't follow it. I really enjoyed that. But Cadel Evans is dropping.
And Richie Porte is doing such a good job right now.
How is Rohan Dennis following this pace? I didn't know he could do this.
And look at Tom Dumoulin as well. Tom Dumoulin is struggling to hold on to this. And Richie Porte is going all out. This is Mont Ventoux from the Chris Froome era of the Tour de France. He's going so fast. He's sprinting. He's literally standing up. He's giving it all out. Look at Richie Porte. He's struggling. Look at Tom Dumoulin. He's even struggling more. It is so incredible. This pace is insane. Richie Porte, stop this murder. Stop this. This is torture. This is crazy.
He's going so fast. Tom Dumoulin isn't following anymore. Ron Dennis is still following.
He's
struggling. But how long is Ron Dennis going to follow this?
It's crazy. Richie Porte is still going all out. He is standing up side to side. Look at Richie Porte. He is just wriggling. He is treading circles right now. It's not squares. It's not good for him. Oh, and look at Cadel Evans. Cadel Evans is losing the Santos Tour Down Under right here. And Richie Porte is still going. He's trying to shake off Ron Dennis. And it looks to be working. Ron Dennis has given up. Go, Richie. Go, Richie. Go. Richie is going all out for it right now. Can he get away? Oh, Richie Porte's got a big gap because there are bonus seconds on the line that could work in Ron Dennis's favor. Richie Porte is going all out. He wants to win the Santos Tour Down Under. He looks to be in shape.
The spectators always hated Richie Porte. If they hated him, that would have been a disaster for the Santos Tour Down Under. But Richie Porte needs to go faster because he needs to get about 10 seconds plus bonus seconds on the line. So he needs to go even faster to take this jersey off from Rohan Dennis. But do you think he can do that?
It looks like he's got it already. 100 meters to go, and we don't see Rohan Dennis in the distance. And here it is. Richie Porte has got to raise his arms and win the 5th stage of Volonga Hill 2 years in a row. But now the question is, we gotta take time.
I think Richie Porte has this.
It looks to be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 seconds. That's not enough. That is 10 seconds. Richie Porte is going to lose the Santos Tour Down Under by 2 seconds. That was 7 seconds.
Wow, with 2 seconds he lost it.
Last year he lost it by 1 second. This year he's losing it by 2 seconds. He's got the power, but the tactical ability of Team Sky once again amazes us. How did Richie Port not go earlier? I know Camayo did such a fast pace, but Richie Port must have known that he's running out of distance. He's running out of time. And that's basically what ended up happening to Richie Port. Richie Port not taking it. And here we see the decisive moment where Richie Port actually attacked. And let's keep an eye on Cameron Meyer, would you mention? Let's see Cameron Meyer with the push. I'm keeping an eye on Cameron Meyer right now because I want to see. Yeah, I see it. Cameron Meyer. That's the power.
That is so funny. If he was like he was sleeping or something, he didn't follow it at all. But I think Kendall Evans just worked really, really hard for Ron Dennis, and that's why Ron Dennis is keeping this jersey.
Well deserved. Thank you guys very much for watching this video. Please leave a like, please leave a comment. Come back tomorrow for the Santos Twitter finale in Adelaide, where we're going to see the big sprinters as Marcel Kittel going at it once again. Thank you guys for watching, and see you guys tomorrow.